What's good, YouTube? This is going to be my non-spoiler review for Oppenheimer. Where to start with this masterpiece, in my opinion? I think first I want to just say how awesome it was to see Cillian Murphy get the opportunity to be the lead in such an epic movie. Like, he's not just good in this, he is amazing. I mean, for being a movie that doesn't rely on much action or twists and things like that, this movie really wants you to just understand the dialogue, and to its credit, while I understand many may still have trouble fully grasping a lot of it, for someone like myself who has had like a lot of interest in quantum mechanics and things of that nature for like a while, like when I was in high school, always found it kind of interesting. In my opinion, this movie does a fair enough job attempting to get general audiences to follow along, much better than like I would say Tenet did. Nolan does a great job though with like the balancing of information you are being told and then just being shown. It's not just a like big exposition dump or just a lot of like things that you're told and then you just really don't know how any of it works. Like, you are actually told a little bit of stuff and then you're almost shown it. Like as is told to Oppenheimer, theory will only take you so far. Another thing Nolan does, especially with this movie, is his take on limited to just no CGI at all. Just, you know, basically all visual effects and everything, and trying anything possible to get the sort of shots you can see in this. From the chemical reactions to the explosion itself, nothing beats authenticity. As I mentioned before, as well as stated about the movie itself already, it's a very dialogue-heavy movie, so it's all going to depend on how you feel about those type of films. What I will mention about it and the length of the film is the entire supporting cast is what makes it worth it and not feel excruciatingly long. It felt like everyone brought their best in this, which is to be expected if someone like Nolan calls, but I really mean it when I say this cast made the expositional parts of the movie work so well. Back to Cillian Murphy though, just the progression from first seeing his character to the last moments, he really did an excellent job portraying the different emotions through the different stages of his life and just how different he had become soon after the first initial test. When it comes to anything negative taken away from this movie, the only thing I can really say, in my personal opinion, is while I feel like the last hour of the movie had some of the best dialogue and even some character performances, as well as like a lot of the important psychological aspects that, you know, followed, it did drag on more so than the first 2 hours. Like, to me, the first 2 hours went by a lot faster than the last hour, but I mean, which is really to be expected with such a heavy topic, and the idea that this is based on real events, it's no wonder why a movie like this would take the time to let everything that played out settle while allowing you to see the everlasting ways that, you know, an event like this could change the world. I want to also point out some of my favorite parts of this movie are between Oppenheimer and Einstein. The conversation they had, just to put into perspective how certain people can come up with some of the most extraordinary discoveries, but we cannot control how everyone uses them. That pretty much leads to my favorite part of the movie, which, aside from the actual test, you know, going off, I personally think the best part is the very end with the culmination of something mentioned by Robert Downey Jr.'s character, along with the conversation Oppenheimer and Einstein have by a pond as it starts to rain. Just a very chilling and goosebump-like ending that Nolan is so good at making, all going along so well with the visuals on screen. This movie, you know, to me is very much a masterpiece in my opinion. It really ranks up there with like some of Nolan's best films to me, and not having seen only like two of his movies, two of his very, very early movies, I have to say, I don't think there is one I don't like or appreciate that he has made yet, and really just look forward to what he does next. As for ranking this movie on my tier list, it's probably no secret that this is a 1 to me. It just hits on just about everything I could ask for. Visual, creativity, a fantastic supporting cast, emotional, psychological, global consequences. There is just so much in this movie, and it can leave you exhausted by the end, but to me, it's worth it entirely. Have you seen Oppenheimer though? If so, let me know down below what you thought of it, and also comment where you would rank this among all of Christopher Nolan's films. If you enjoyed my review, please hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to see more of my videos, just subscribe, and I will catch you in those. Till then, take it easy.